The man wiped the ice skate blade clean and opened his mouth wide, discovering a painful cavity. With no doctor around, he made a bold decision. He pressed the blade against the bad tooth, held it steady, picked up a rock, and slammed it down hard. The searing pain knocked him out cold. When he came to, he tore open the packages, hoping to find something useful. The first box held a stack of videotapes. The second contained a volleyball. The third had a pair of ice skates that could be used to crack open coconuts. Then he found a women's dress, tore off the hem, and fashioned it into a fishing net. But when he reached for the last package, he hesitated. Instead of opening it, he set it aside, keeping it as his reason to stay alive. Later, he caught a small fish with his makeshift net, but the fishy smell was so strong he couldn't choke it down. He tried rubbing sticks together to make fire, but accidentally cut his hand. In a fit of rage, he smashed everything around him. Once he calmed down, he noticed the bloody handprint on a volleyball. He drew a face on it and named it Wilson. Keeping Wilson nearby, he kept trying to start a fire. Maybe it was loneliness, but he started talking to Wilson as he worked. Finally, the wood began to smoke. He leaned down and blew hard. The flame caught. That night, he built a bonfire on the beach, roasted a delicious crab, and gained a new companion. 8 years flew by, and the man had adapted to island life. He could cast his line and catch fish with ease, but the loneliness was still unbearable. One day, he spotted a metal panel floating in the ocean, watching it shift in the wind. He decided to build a raft and use it as a sail. He started chopping down trees, collecting bark to dry in the sun, then twisting it into rope. He even tore apart the videotapes for cordage, but still didn't have enough. He looked at Wilson. He couldn't bring himself to turn his only friend into rope. In desperation, he climbed to the top of the cliff and untied the noose he'd once planned to use to end his life. Instead, he decided to set sail. He dressed Wilson, carved a message into the rock wall, and strapped Wilson to the bow of the raft. He also brought along that package he'd never opened. The man officially set off, facing the waves without fear, even encouraging Wilson to weather the storm with him. When the waves came crashing down, he quickly untied the ropes and raised the sail. The raft survived the storm. When it rained, he caught water and coconut shells and proudly showed Wilson the fish he'd caught. But that night, another storm hit and ripped away the sail. The man clutched Wilson tight. The raft drifted aimlessly. When he woke up, Wilson had been swept into the sea. He immediately dove in and swam after him. But the farther he swam toward Wilson, the farther he got from the raft. In despair, he returned to the raft, threw away the paddle, and collapsed. He'd lost Wilson and his will to live. But just then, a ship appeared on the horizon. He raised both arms with every ounce of strength he had left. He was finally rescued. A month later, Chuck returned home. But after 8 years away, the girlfriend he'd thought about day and night had gotten married. At the welcome back party his company threw for him, he found a spread of seafood completely tasteless. Back in civilization, staring at his girlfriend's photo and his pocket watch, he fell deep into thought. Eventually, Chuck bought another volleyball of the same brand, took the package that had stayed with him for 8 years at sea, and went to the address on the label. He left a thank you note and slowly walked away. What he didn't know was that inside was a waterproof, solar-powered satellite phone with auto-charging capabilities. Fate had actually placed his rescue right beside him all along. Maybe that's just how life works. There will always be regrets. Follow me for daily movie updates delivered